Hello everyone, I'm Betty and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am a conscious channel and educator, and I channel divine activations and messages for the collective. So this month, the masters have asked me to share an experience that I had last week. I had woken up about 3 o'clock in the morning, which is not my normal, and instantly when I woke up, I felt angry. I mean, I was just fuming for no reason at all. And I had to stop because it made me wonder, what made me wake up from such a deep sleep and be instantly enraged. So as I laid there, I felt this negative energy swirling around me. And upon checking in, I realized it wasn't coming from me, it was coming from someone else. And surprisingly enough, it wasn't an entity, which they tend to show up around me every now and then. But instead, it was a person projecting their angry thoughts and feelings towards me. So as I understood where this energy was coming from, I was able to dissolve it. So when souls are not conscious of their emotional and mental states, they can create disturbances, sending out energy streams of anger and frustration, not only to the intended person, but to anyone who crosses their path. And this is something that the masters want to share this month to help you become aware of, as we are constantly being presented with all types of energy every day. But we are never meant to take on anyone else's negative distortions. Unfortunately, when a soul is in a state of awareness, they unknowingly take in and absorb energies that are not theirs to carry. And in fact, I'm sure the person who sent me these lower vibrational energies had absolutely no idea of what they were doing or how their projected thoughts and feelings would affect others. It was in that moment they only felt their own misaligned anger and directed their energies towards others, having no idea what they were doing. They were just stewing. Yes, they're saying they're just stewing in their own juices. So, and I guess we've all done that from time to time. But in the 3D world, this is day-to-day living. And I'm sure all of you have encountered a coworker, a friend, a family member that sent unwanted frustrations into your fields, which then ended up influencing your mood, making you feel agitated and angry too, which then creates an unintentional ripple effect that continues to spread out to others. And then it just keeps going and going and going. So try to remember when you encounter these individuals that they are holding on to old wounds and patterns that remain imprinted within their DNA memory. Now, we all have them. It's just simply, have you done the work to release them or not? There is still the majority of people on this planet still hold on to all these negative energies. And again, they're not in that awareness of where they're coming from or what to do with it. You can also receive from the collective energies. They also influence us. For example, when Princess Diana passed, the collective energy of pain and sadness was felt around the world. We all mourned her, even though we didn't know her personally. But we felt the energies of sadness and shock, and that was recorded into the collective consciousness. Again, the ripple effect of what everyone was feeling, and it just grew again. The same can be go for our current climate. People are angry and upset over the injustices that are occurring around the world. And when people react with anger and fear, that frequency also enters the collective consciousness. And again, that spreads like wildfire. Yeah, they're saying it's almost like contagious. It just goes from person to person to person. So the more humanity consumes negative frequencies, the denser the collective becomes. In 5D and above, we hold higher consciousness levels and understand that negative constructs do not serve anyone, and that each and every individual is responsible for their own energy. So if you at this point are not conscious about protecting your fields, you will unknowingly absorb not only the individual, but the collective negative vibrations as well. These lower vibrations can leave you feeling anxious and overwhelmed, showing up as a type of self-loathing and feelings of being helpless or trapped. And you may be feeling it's you and looking at yourself like, what's wrong with me? When really it's not yours at all. It's what you're allowing in your fields. Now, empaths and sensitives are particularly vulnerable as they naturally merge into another's fields. They can just have a friendly conversation and not realize they're picking up the energies, whether they're positive or negative. And we all love the positive energies, but you know, again, when you're with someone that's having a bad day, you're picking up their energies. So not only do they feel what others experience, they also tend to absorb their negative experiences as well. Empathic souls need to be especially vigilant about protecting their fields. And you should be protecting them on a daily basis. You can seal them off with a holon, and that creates a barrier that shields you from any outside energies. It's spiritual hygiene, and I'm sure a lot of you are aware of that and practice it. But we need to do more so at this time, as things tend to get a little bit volatile and chaotic. At this juncture, it's very important to be making sure that you're checking in on yourself when you feel any type of negative distortion. Just pause and ask the question, is it me? Is it someone else? Or is it the collective energies I'm picking up on? And just by asking the question, it brings it into the state of awareness. And whether it's your energy or not, the act of recognizing detaches it, bringing it into the state of neutrality. And often when you do that, it's just an instant shift, and you go, oh, that's not mine, I don't need that, and boom, it's gone. And then you come back to the vibration of love. Another way to neutralize negativity in your fields is to dissolve them by absorbing them with love. When you love any distortion, you are neutralizing the negative charge and diffusing the chaos. The vibration of love brings anything that is misaligned into a state of wholeness. This means that you're accepting all of you 100%, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because in reality, it is all based in light. But when you incorporate it all into the wholeness, it diffuses it. Distortions dissolve and suffering ends. And this is the process why we're here on earth, to master ourselves, to master yourself and your external circumstances. Consider these tests that are designed to help you remember and master your higher dimensional skills. Anything that is not aligned with love becomes an opportunity to recognize and release the distorted energy. no matter where it comes from. Which leads us to the negative narratives we are hearing and seeing on the news and on social media at this time. Practice presence over panic. This makes a huge difference and a huge impact as you dissolve that negative charge. So even with all the negativity that's coming from the news and the social media, you are able to dissolve that and come from a higher perspective when you shine your light on it. This is not to say that you ignore the world around you, because people will say that, well, how can I need to help, I need to do something. And yes, you are, but the highest thing that you can do sometimes is, you can't physically be in a place to help, but you can instead offer your light and the gifts that you were giving to help others. Whatever it is, you are unique and it is individual to each one of you. So you want to look at what your particular unique gifts are. Shine a light on it, send light, say a prayer if you can't do anything else. Some people are meant, due to their contracts, to be able to gift money, to be able to physically be in a place to help. But if that's not possible, you say, oh, there's nothing I can do. That's not true. You just need to take the power of the light within you and direct it towards the situation. We all carry the power of light within us. You only need to remember to use it. They're giving me the example of Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, who he recently passed. He wrote a song called Good Vibrations. Now, I grew up listening to that song, and maybe some of you did too, but my generation resonated with that, as there was so much destruction and so many wars going on, and none of us wanted it. We just wanted peace, love, everybody to get along. And so that song was very important at that time, because that's exactly what we felt. We were spreading those good vibrations. So when the headlines lead with fear and chaos, choose to send your light and your good vibrations towards any situation that comes across. And they're saying it doesn't matter if it's the smallest, tiniest thing in your eyes or the biggest, most out of control thing. We have the power to shift and change this. And know when you send your light, you've done your part. The more you direct and utilize your light, the stronger it becomes. It's dissolving the old world as we are entering into the new. In July and August, we will continue to experience major photonic waves that are going to enter the atmosphere and the Earth's grids. These waves will affect our crystalline and magnetic fields, bringing us new geometry into the planet, and these patterns of higher frequencies. So during this time in our magnetic fields, it can cause those that are not anchored in their heart to feel mentally distressed. You can see in the world, if you do watch the news, how people, whether it's shootings or unfortunately running over people, doing things like this, that is where they are mentally challenged because of the magnetics changing. And yes, they could have other issues going on, but that's almost like a tipping point. When the magnetic fields change, it can make you feel a little crazy. So this is why they were preparing you for what we were talking about recognizing what you're picking up and who's it coming from. So recognize the signs of mental fatigue in yourself and others should this affect you, and take adequate time out to avoid any health issues or poor judgment calls. Because we all know if we're not in our right mind, we can do things that we're going to regret later. So it's time to pause and take that time out before anything occurs that you might feel sorry for later. We will be recalibrating and transforming in July, and then again in August. So we're getting a bit of a double whammy. We also have another energy in August called the Lion's Gate. That is also a portal opening. I haven't checked into that, but I will make sure that's in the next video. So we're going to be doing a lot of recalibrating and transforming the next 2 months. There will also be a lot of political and also, movements of the earth within these next 2 months too. So again, presence over panic when these things happen. So we ask you to be vigilant in using daily protection. Check in when the distortions arise and align yourself with the vibration of love. And above all, remember you have and hold the power to change everything. We've simply just forgotten that, and now it's a time to remember again, because we hold the power to change this world for the better if we all do it together. Okay. Let me just check in. They're applauding. It's good. We're done with that. Okay. All right. Just a few notes. We have the upcoming Community of Masters, which will be held on July 6th. And the Masters and I will be speaking about the 12 rays of light. Each ray holds a unique signature energy and are overseen by the Masters and Archangels. Some of you might be familiar with them. This might be new for you. We will be discussing the qualities of the rays and the change that we're having some new colors and lights come in with the 5D and above, the new octave. And so we'll be discussing the qualities and also how you can use them to raise your consciousness. They assist with that. We will also be transmitting light language activation for the 12 rays. So if you're interested, we'd love to see you there. If you would like to join us for the community or book any of my services, the link for my website is listed in the description box below. Okay, so the Masters had also asked for July's light language activation. We will be offering an upgraded light code for stability, security, abundance, and peace for our current timeline. As again, we've actually, yes, thank you. From the summer solstice, we shifted into another timeline, so they wanted to bring these codes forward to kind of give you that upgraded version. All right. So let us begin. Te he iu I atu a anea I niaka. Yenen mia kurinia suti. Ta oro ma asu. E itia te ini a ora te asu ata. Nene aku. Yena niatu sugarin na hini a kietini and na ora pa asa. Nehen dia zunia tiatu orena tesa la haria pi urutu la tiktiriti karu unama ra aro oro orane paria tisi tane oku sewi atu araneaka yanania tiarinia suia astiribia asuidia aroria nyane yaso en kurientia asu yemea karia Ariana uru para tiesa Arami furi tia asu ti ansu ina. Areneati aremia puruyende su utora yene furi iti se eti ne ane a ura piashu teri iti tanaya toroyana yaka dari asupa asha. Nenenia nene mea kuriana me oriana si yini akrete la de variando tusu ipi su uta neneneaku tsarietia sorianaya. All right. Very well. Very well. Okay. So we infuse those 5D codes. Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching and tuning in. Sending you so much love and many blessings for the month of July. And I will see you next time. Take care.